Hello everybody, my name is Gilbert Gallegos. Today we're going to discuss one of my favorite things to do, which is grilling. I'm going to go over the equipment and supplies for grilling, preparing your grill for use, and actually cooking on the grill, and also give you some tips on recommended temperature levels for the meat that you're cooking. So the first thing we're going to cover is the types of grills. There are three types of grills. You have your charcoal grill, your gas grill, and your combined grill. The charcoal grill is great for when you want to get more flavor into your meat. There's different kinds of charcoal that you can use in a charcoal grill, which I'm going to cover later on, that actually infuse more flavor into your meat. Then you have the gas grill. The great thing about the gas grill, it's clean, it's quick, there's no ash to clean up, and you can use it anytime you want. If it's raining outside, if it's hot outside, if it's cold outside. And that's the advantage of having a gas grill. Now, one of the greatest things available out there right now is a combined grill, to where you get the best of both worlds. You have your gas grill on one side and your charcoal grill on the other side. So depending how fast you want to get a meal done, or how long you want to spend making your meat, is that you can decide which side to use. So next thing we're going to talk about is your types of charcoal. You have two different types of charcoal. You have your briquette charcoal, which is made of mineral carbon. It burns continuously, and it has a starch binder. And the great thing about charcoal grill, our charcoal, is you can have it infused with mesquite or hickory or apple wood, and that just draws more flavor into the meat when you're grilling. And also the great thing about it is it also comes in the match light format, so you don't have to sit there and wait for the charcoal to light by holding the fire onto it, or you could just basically get the coals going a lot faster. Well, then you have your lump coal, and the lump coal is solely made from hardwood. It burns hotter, and also the great thing about it is it's less ash to clean up after you're done grilling. So next thing we're going to talk about is preparing your grill for use. So one of the first things you want to do before you start grilling is making sure your grates are clean. So you can use a Brillo pad, you can go to Walmart and buy a grill rub to clean all the excess material off the grates before you get started. Then once you get that all cleaned up, what you want to do is you want to get your coal placement. And with coal placement, if you're going to use briquettes, is you want to get no more than 40 briquettes inside in the center of the grill, stacked up in a pyramid shape. This allows the coals to burn together as one, and you get an even burn while the coals are getting ready. And once the coals are ready, what you want to do is you want to spread them out over an even level inside the grill, and then replace the grates before you get started cooking. So in order to start a gas grill, what you got to do is first you got to turn on the gas and make sure you have propane in the tank. And then you just press the start button and it's ready to go. You can throw whatever it is you're cooking right on there. And then you want to make sure that your heat level, if you're using charcoal, is correct. And one of the best things that you can do to ensure that your charcoal is ready to be cooked on, is place your hand over the top of the charcoal itself. If you cannot hold your hand there for more than 5 seconds, the grill is ready to go. Those coals are ready to be used. So the next thing we're going to cover is actually cooking on the grill. And one of my favorite things to do when I'm cooking on the grill is to smoke whatever it is I'm making. And there are multiple types of techniques you can use when you're smoking meat on the grill. And one thing I like to do is a coal and wood combination, wood chip combination. So there's multiple different kinds of wood chips available. You have apple, mesquite, hickory, pecan, you name it, they have it, even cherry. So I like to use, I have some hickory. I also have a little bit of cherry, and what I like to do is I like to combine those two together because I just think that draws more flavor into that meat. And what you want to do with that is you want to soak those in water for about 30 minutes before placing them onto the hot charcoals. And once you place these wood chips onto the charcoal, what it's going to do, it's going to create that smoke effect, and it's going to draw that smoke into the meat that you're cooking. And the best thing to do is, if you're going to smoke a meat, is use indirect heating. So with indirect heat, you place the charcoal on one side with the wood chips, and you place the meat on the other side. So whenever you get the smoke going and the heat going, the smoke is going to come across and up, because we all know heat goes up, right? Heat travels up. So the smoke and the heat's going to come across that meat, and it's also going to infuse that meat better because you're cooking lower and slower. And the best thing to do is cook at a low temperature if you're going to try and smoke a meat. So one of the next things you want to do when you're preparing to cook on the grill is you want to get your meat ready. And what I like to do is I like to use a rub that has multiple different spices on it, which you can see here. In here I have paprika, I have brown sugar, I have salt, I have pepper, and a couple other secret ingredients that I like to use that I I don't like to share with anybody, or else it wouldn't be a secret, right? So what I do is, while I'm getting the grill ready, it normally takes about 45 minutes to an hour before the coals are ready. So what I like to do is I like to set my meat out, because that allows it to come to room temperature. And the best thing you want to do when you're cooking meat is allow it to come to room temperature. And when you do that, when you place the meat on the grill itself, it's not going to shrink up. It's actually going to stay the shape it's supposed to be, because all that water has started to evaporate. And the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and get that meat ready by putting your rub on there. Dry rub, you have dry rub, you have wet rub, or you can just use salt and pepper depending on what type of meat you're cooking. So once you have the meat ready to go, whether it's beef, chicken, or pork, then you can go ahead and put it on the grill. And when you get it put on the grill, what you want to do is you want to make sure you constantly monitor it. And you can go online to allrecipes.com or to barbecue.com, and you can find out recommended cooking temperatures. So some of the recommended cooking temperatures for beef, for rare, it's 130 degrees internal temperature. For medium rare, it's 135 degrees internal temperature. For medium, it's 145 degrees internal temperature. And for well done, it's 106 degrees internal temperature. For chicken, it's 165 degrees internal temperature. For pork, it's 145 degrees internal temperature. And for fish, it's 145 degrees or until easily separated by a fork. And in order to check the temperature on the meat, there's two ways you can do it. You can use a thermometer like this one. And what you want to do with this is you want to stick it directly into the center of the meat that you're cooking. And what's going to happen is the gauge that's on the inside right there is going to move. And once you've hit that optimum cooking level, you can go ahead and pull your meat off. Or you can cheat and use this apparatus right here, which you select whatever meat it is that you're cooking and select the temperature that you want it at. And once you stick it in directly into the center of the meat, it's going to tell you what the temperature is, and it's going to tell you if it's ready to go, ready to pull off the grill or not. So in closing, today we discussed the equipment and supplies when you're preparing your grill for use. So you have your gas grill, your charcoal grill, and your combined grill. Then we had when you're preparing your grill for use, so you want to make sure it's clean. And then we talked about coal placement. We also talked about the different kinds of coals you can use, which is the briquettes or the lump coal. And then we discussed starting the grill, proper heat level, actually cooking on the grill, so preparing the meat, whether it's beef, chicken, or pork, and recommended temperatures according to the USDA. And all this information is available online going through Google or Yahoo or whatever search engine it is that you want to use. Thank you and have a great day.